keep me holding on. Tide is changing. Take your lead. Don't keep me holding on. My heart is wasting. I'm on my knees. You control this movement.
definitely was jamming out to that music for like the past 5 to 8 minutes, and I'm not mad. I like this station a lot better than the lo-fi one, that is for sure. But we're back again tonight with some New Game Plus. Continuing on from the emotional damage that we suffered yesterday when poor Moonbrita threw herself upon the spoiler alert, by the way. Threw herself upon the spike of Aether to sacrifice herself for her friends and her beloved ones. And died. To kill one Ascian. Just one. I'm still trying to recover from that. But no raid tonight. I know we talked about it yesterday, like half of our group is out for the week, so we just figured it would be better to take a break from raid this week, both yesterday and today. So that does afford us the opportunity to get a lot of New Game Plus done, get through the mega emotional damage that's about to happen here as we progress through the story and everything that happens in like post Realm Reborn content. And, you know, get ready to find a tourniquet for our arm. That's going to be hurting quite a lot. I'm really bad at these references, don't judge me. But I've got my tea, I've got some pork rinds, I've got some soda. I'm ready. I also already ate dinner, I took a shower, I'm feeling refreshed, even though I could easily go lay down and probably pass out for like 10 hours straight and not think twice about it. So let's go do some stuff that's gonna make us cry, okay? Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way for that to happen. We are, however, gonna switch back over to, where's my music? There it is. Back to the lo-fi station, because this is kind of like a lot going on in that background music for us to be doing this emotional damage story. A little too chaotic. Too much electricity. Why? Oh, my lights are turned off. I'm over here like, why am I so dark? There we go. Got some purple lights. Ooh, wait. I'm so used to going to go talk to Minfilia and just running straight to the solar that I didn't realize the quest was not in the solar. Oops. Maka does not have his head screwed on right today. Just throwing that out there. Ida, talk to me, boo-boo. It's Nakara! Great! I wish you would stop being so ditzy. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult even at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Another fetch quest. Thank you, Ida, for putting me to work. Just smack you with one of my new lists as you walk by me. Kinda want to talk to Papalymo. I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papalymo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. Papalymo, is not as surprising for you to be at a loss of words as it is for Urianger to be at a loss of words. Speaking of Urianger, he's probably at the Waking Sands, isn't he? I'm half tempted to just go straight to the Waking Sands and see if he's there just to see what dialogue he has right now. I may actually do that, since we're playing New Game Plus and I actually have the opportunity to go check it out. I'm gonna go pick up this flower from Rowena, and we're gonna go to Waking Sands, and we're gonna go find Urianger. Oh my god, whatever he's cooking, it smells good. Gordon. That's not Gordon. I realize I just instinctively ran to where Rowena is without really thinking about or paying attention to the map as to where she was. It's just she has this presence. She's my competition in my character's like background story, so. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Nope. Something a little less menial. They've got you running errands now? Now? How about they've had me running errands since day one? Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine, use your time, that is. Or fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you best learn to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Hasn't that already happened? Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it, and tell Ida Lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. She has an attachment to it, okay? Leave her alone. Stop picking on Ida. Smack you. She's in mourning and all you can talk about is her dowdy old face mask. Shame on you. Oh shit, where am I going? Getting stuck in the bedrock? That's where I'm going. Actually, we can probably get there quicker if we fly over the lake itself. Yeah, let's do that. Ain't Nelson. Is she all here by herself? Oh my god. Ida, can I hug you? Looks like you need a hug. Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. And it drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Pretty Moon Daisy. For the pretty Ida. Moonbrita loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. Tear.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
I'm gonna cry.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Well, you better go tell your son to chill the hell out. What did I just say?
Is that what I think it is?
Banana phone.
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Let's go, Ida. We're needed. I almost accidentally called her by a different name right then and there. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
No! Fat cat.
And I'm not talking about myself. Ooh, it just got like really warm in here all of a sudden. All this heat coming off my computer. Boop. Did y'all see how close I was to nailing that landing right in front of the door? Accuracy, y'all. Accuracy. That like 2-meter GPS accuracy. That too. Talk to me, Alphino. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Coerthas will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Oh, there he is. I was like, where did the quest bubble go? The envoy is here. Lucia is here. I thank you for receiving me on such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. Their first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Amric himself sallied forth with a contingent of Temple Knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Amric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Coerthas at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Amric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard somewhere and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of a hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Nakara. Dun, da, da, da. I almost forgot where I put my cup for a second. The Dragon Killers. The Steps of Faith. Yes. Oh wait, didn't they turn this into a personal instance? Or is it still like an 8-man? He's a man-eater.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Ma'am. And their magical wards are gone.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
And all hell's gonna break loose. It's such an evil laugh. I hate hearing that come out of her. Oh, we can go directly to Dragonhead. For Orthus. For 220 gil, you can go directly to the Halt of Coorthus. Alright, let's see. There's Alphino. Ow. To break my ankles. It seems I was the swifter, Nakara. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the Gates of Judgment, and the Lord Commander's absent. I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Danger, Alphino, danger! Ooh, look at the stars. They're pretty. Is this the Steps of Fate? Is this where we get to fight the dragon? The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgar's magical wards. It is if our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. But Mother will be fine. Yeah, she's okay. Alphino, everybody's freaking the hell out. It would seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at the Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it'd be prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this at the back. Back at the camp. Sir Aymeric awaits you. How did they get to the camp without passing by us first? Did they teleport? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. As I summon a dragon mount right in front of all these Ishgardians. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do what we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Hoshafant will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us. In the intercessory, I am sure. Here I thought we were almost ready to do Steps of Fate. It's like, I wanna fight a dragon. I can be the Azure Dragoon. Let me stab it in the eye with the pointy end of my lance. "'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory." Like I said, back to the intercessory. I have got some really distinct upsetting memories tied to this room, and I hate it every time I have to go in here. Alright, Amric, speak with me as you lay so casually and sexy in that chair. I mean, what? "I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for." "Yes, we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience." "On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgar's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian." I know this dude. That's not Estinian. That's Estinian. With all his pointy armor and his dragon skills. "I know what you look like under that helmet, sir. And my lance is pointier. May I present to you Ishgar's Azure Dragoon?" An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease, Nakara. I did not come to challenge you this day. He called me his fellow Azure Dragoon. Ah! I love that they acknowledge that I too am a Dragoon. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldreth, the beast is said to have terrorized Korth since Ishgar's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldroth plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter entirely. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seemed primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Coerthas would be buried in snow, and the land would become sole province of beast and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Coerthas. They would not even have to draw steel. And there is the rub. An Imperial province sharing a border with Mordona? 7 hills. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Aymeric. Estinian. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Daffodil Kala and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Dun dun dun! Actually, I actually... Hang on, I got this. Okay, off and on. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gate to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bitter-sweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. I'm kind of ready to push through. I'm ready for the shit to hit the fan. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make a report to the antecedent. Get me out of this room. I don't like this room. Let me out! Let's see, we're going back to the Rising Stones. Teleprop. Why did it sound like somebody just like play dead right beside me? I heard somebody go plop in the snow. Did y'all hear that? It's like they just went face first right into the snow. This way. Oh, mercy. This time we are going to the solar. I'm paying attention now. I know where I'm going. Emotional damage!
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
I love it when they voice act it so I don't have to narrate.
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Drama llama.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Yup.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
Yes, ma'am.
The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
We are so close to getting to
For
heaven.
those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Before you dismiss everybody, stab Ilbert, please. I see your daggers, Thancred. Papalymo, you can burn him to death. Eat him, punch him. Something. Get him, Rio. Get him. Shoot him! Makes me angry. Mad kitty. I have bid the Archons travel to their... Turn it off. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgar's cause, our comrades will be held to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. Mad kitty. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of your own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Coorthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slathborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over the walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp on the practical challenges we may encounter. Could you imagine if we could change the story? There would be a backlog of so much for Square Enix to do, it wouldn't even be funny. Just have like 50 billion different endings for the game. We are rather close to Coorthus, aren't we? We best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Nakra. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn. Oh dear. She's a tidal wave! Run, Slathborn, run! Save yourself! Load faster. Loading. I need to restart my PC. My poor RAM is like probably crying right now. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Coorthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, but I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you may try your luck here at Rabbit's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call of arms. Call to arms. I didn't want to talk to you again. No, stop it. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Tataru the Tycoon. Is that a thaumaturge or a conjurer? Spare me, you'll talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Bitch. I mean, what? Ooh. Why did that taste flat? Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to ye about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilrid was there with the fort that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since, have you? I have not. God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time the Wilrid, I want to call him Wilfred so bad. Wilrid stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Uldar. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, there's no more More a motley collection of mercenaries. This is hard to read sometimes. Adventurers and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, I'm just gonna call him Wilfred. Wilfred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst the wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And this is just between you and me, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not quite adding up. Aye, there's a villain to the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I bet me good eye it ain't young Wilfred. Any road? You got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on it. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing ya, Nakara. Rio, blow this wide open. Blow your whistle! Ready. Ethia. Okay, or is it Ethia? Ethia? So, does he have horns? Okay, no. So Ishgard seeks sellsword to bolster his ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I pledge myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do. Let's see, this guy is above me. Thank God. Thing now. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk he did. Still, I put up with the worse than that for a heavy purse. And then this one is back down. Ow, my foot. Where is this guy? Here? There you are. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Rude. Oh, that scared the mess out of me. Hello? Thank you for the raid! Crummin the Grump. Hello, hello, hello! What were you streaming? What were you playing today? Tell me about it. Hello, Raiders! Oh my gosh, I totally forgot how to do my own shout-out command. Professional streamer problems, y'all. English is hard, also. I know how to do shout-outs. I got this. Oh, you were playing Monster Hunter Rise. I have seen so many people play Monster Hunter Rise, but I have never once actually touched the game myself. I'm kind of mad at myself for it, because I want to play it, I want to try it, I just have not had the time to do it yet. Did y'all have fun though? Oh, thank you for the follow. Tried Smite, got smoked. So move to Monster Hunter. You know what, that's a mood. That is definitely a mood. That's kind of like when you're playing like Dark Souls or now Elden Rings, and after you die but so many times, you just throw the controller. It's like, I'm not playing this anymore. I get that. I 100% get that. There you are, Nakara. So, did you sway any hearts? No, ma'am, I didn't sway a single soul. Oh, look, Hrothgar. And Hrothgar be-pet me. This is like a cultural thing for anybody who is not a Hrothgar. When Hrothgar sees Hrothgar, it is mandatory that we pet each other. It has to happen. 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slathborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I say 1 Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Wait, let me pet you back. Let me click on you, if you can stop running for 2 seconds, sir. Oh my god. There, you've been doted. I'm happy. I returned the favor. I am not on my A game this week. Can't seem to do well in anything. You know, that's actually kind of part of being just a variety game streamer, period, is playing games not well. For some reason, that tends to draw in more people. Don't ask me why. I guess it just makes them feel better about sucking at games. I don't know. But it is a thing, and I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hrothgar pets are a rite of passage. They are a rite of passage. It's spiritual. It's religion. I will die on that heel. Anywho. Talk to me, Tataru. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been a word from Alphinaud. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgar's plight. And they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah or you'll be late. Alphinaud said that I all of a sudden just pictured the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland when she says that. Alphinaud said that he would meet you at the Royal Promenade. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. How I went from Alice in Wonderland to the Wizard of Oz, I don't know. I blame Broadway theater for that. Lou, how goes it? I wish it did. Are we talking about the Hrothgars being a religion? Are we wishing that it would be? Where was I going again? Oh yeah, the Royal Promenade. Which is the Chamber of Rule. I knew that. You know, you almost wouldn't be able to guess that I've been playing this game ever since it came out in beta and have been subscribed ever since. And yet, I don't even know how to teleport to places. Hell. Doing good, chilling as usual. That's the mood. I wish I could chill. I'm gonna be honest, I was like this close to just throwing my hands up in the air and be like, I'm not streaming today, I'm gonna go lay down in bed and I'm just gonna call it quits. I almost did. I came like that close. Ooh, I see people doing main story quests. Anyways, gotta go up here. Gotta go fast. Wishing my poor gameplay drew people in, that is. You know, it's, as I have found out ever since I hit affiliate, it's not so much like the content and the stuff you do on stream as it is just trying to get the exposure. You know, finding a proper place to get yourself out on the market is hard. That is like the hardest part of trying to build your channel and your brand. Or at least in my experience, that's what I would say. My apologies for calling you away from your task. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience had been prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I feel obliged to attend. Oh my god, is this where it happens? Is this where the shit's about to hit the fan? Is this where we're gonna scream and cry and gasp and have a heart attack? The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let's join them, shall we? I think this is where it happens. Oh, like, I gotta change the color of my lights, because this is about to get serious. We gotta stop the music, too.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphinaud. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
Well, that much is appreciated. Thank you, Merlewood.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
He is just so forthright, just...
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
Tell him.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
This is true.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
I like that they actually acknowledge free companies
yes,
in this game.
The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
He mad.
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Ooh! Backhanded that little boy. Do it again, Merylwyn. It got me excited.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Nanamo?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Raban's concerned.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
She just has a lot on her mind, Raban. You don't know what she's been thinking about lately. Ugh, that precious little bean. I love her. Not as much as Tataru, though. You right, Lou. Like, I feel like I just got stabbed a little bit in the back when he called free companies sell swords. Like, hello, sir, I have the biggest one on this server. I'm gonna smack you. You little spoiled brat. Before it, like, auto-advances here. Nanamo and Tataru deserve the world. Yes, they well... It's not even a matter of deserving the world, because depending... I don't know where you are specifically in the story, but let's just say... Tataru is a little business tycoon. Holy crap. She scares me. Really scares me. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hrothsfont and Sir Amaric to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted, God, these tongue twisters, as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. I give up. I can't talk today. Captain Ilbert, what news? Then the assault has begun? We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit would join House Dunkin' Donuts at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Nakara, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marmalade at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Celine! Thank you for the sub! With that lucky 13 months now. Such an amazing number right then and there. Did we actually not get the sound? Did it not go off? Hello, police? Is it broken? There. I fix. Y'all remember that, I think it was it Honda or Hyundai? That had, like, the Element car, and it was the commercial with the crab. He's like, a pinch. No, you can't pinch. A pinch? No, I don't want you to pinch. A pinch. No. The sound did not go off? Okay, yeah. It broke. It broke it. I will poke Stream Elements and find out what is wrong with it. Y'all, we get to fight a dragon. So, I know- oh, I can turn the music back on, can't I? So, I know that there has been talks where the Steps of Fate has been updated, or is planning to be updated. Is it still an 8-man fight, or did they turn it into an instance now? Is it an instance fight? Marmalade! You are the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? I am not a sellsword. Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This is of course merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. Oh, so he wants me to go out in the field and kill people. So, I bought another augmented Hades weapon. I have 630k now to myself. Oh my god, Celine. I'm about to hit it today. I can let you know, Naka. We should be like right around the corner of doing Steps of Faith ourselves. If it's an instance fight now, I'm really gonna be interested to see what it's like after so many years of doing a I'm not one shot all these things. Doing it as an 8-man party with people that don't know mechanics and don't know how to use dragon killers and using the cannons and stuff. Oh, there's more. I'm on Volunteer Dragon Slayer's quest. Volunteer Dragon Slayer quest. Is that the actual name of the quest, or are you talking about being a dragoon? Oh, goodness. No, that's the name of the quest. Honestly, I don't even know where that's at. I have been glazing through... Oh, wait, no. I have to go this way. I've been glazing through the title of the quest and just trying to, like, read as quickly as I can through the dialogue, because I am ready to get to Heaven's Ward. I want the shit to hit the fan. I want to cry. I want to boo-hoo. Somebody has already died, and you know, when I get really upset and I have to take my glasses off, yeah, that happened twice yesterday. Because I was crying. Look, I'm about to tear up just thinking about it. It's not okay. It is not okay. Deleted. I know, I was here. Yeah, it happened. We cried, we boo-hooed, oh my god, I didn't one-shot that thing? Le gasp! I'm like 40 levels higher than you, beastie. Yeah, we voluntarily signed up for emotional damage today. That is the theme of today's stream. Emotional damage. Decimated, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their skelly hides. Oh, you don't like furries? Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Right, Marmalade. I will say Celine's new color is definitely midnight blue. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you're tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Daffodil's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus the dragon's now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. And now rest on us, adventurer. Lead your comrades out into the steps of faith and prepare to meet the horde. May the fury guide your blades. I'll send you pics of what she looks like now. Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness. Nice. Oh wow, that smug look in that last picture. That's hot. Stand against the Dravanian horde on the steps of faith. Wait, no. Yes? Is it still a trial? Yeah, it looks like it's still a trial. Is it still an 8-man? Yep, it's still an 8-man. Okay. Do I want to unsync this or no? Let's see what the queue looks like first. Wow, that was instantaneous. Okay, never mind. I was seriously not expecting it to be that fast. Oh good, I got paired up with a white mage. Double shield healing sucks, for the record. Ooh, we got some new people. I see you, little sproutling. I see you. don't remember what the button. There we go. I slowed it down. Naga, move, run away. Why am I the only one doing the cannon? Like I said, people don't know how to do this fight. I'm in danger. I can't reach it. Like I'm 1 or 2 quests behind you now, Naga. Well, it's only because I got a little bit of jump first yesterday and today. Didn't even know you could use the cannon. Oh my god, yes, they're like a pivotal part of the mechanic. Granted, everybody's like super, like over-leveled with it now, but like back in the original day, you would have to use the cannon to slow the dragon down. You would have to stun the turtle that gets summoned for this massive AoE attack, and then you would just rain down a cannon fire upon it. It was the biggest way to do damage other than the actual dragon killers themselves. Throw that out. And we're gonna you. See, there's that turtle. Supposed to stun it whenever possible. Oh, it's already dead. I'm in danger. Run to the top of the tower. Make it in time. Climb the tower and man the dragon killer. Steady now, time your shot. Gotta wait for the dragon to get right on top of that orange circle. And we click the button and harpoon. Bam. A hit! The monster felt that one by the fury. Oh god, it's already out of the other. 9%. Don't hurt me. Ow. He didn't even make it to that gate. Dies so fast. GG everybody. Enjoy the story, because that's what we're gonna do. Oh Alfie, I want to hit you upside the head right now. I know, right? It's like, somebody please take the stick out of his butt. The dragons, they are withdrawing. Victory is ours. Why are your eyes so freaking green, dude? They're like glowing almost. And the sun shall rise yet again. There's Estinian. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now? Oh, he's talking about Iceheart, do you not? No matter, I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Was that like an evil grin, or was that him gritting his teeth? The world will never know. Tell me, is this where the shit finally hits the fan? The dragons are rooted, lest you wonder the fighting at the Still Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. Emmerich, are you gonna, like, invite me out to dinner now? Commander Levior, Nakara, true to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you a humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, please flatter me more. I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. Can you invite me out to dinner, please? Okay, thanks, bye. I too would offer my thanks, Nakara. Through your deeds, we have achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. Steps of faith. And as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yet we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilbert, stab, back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squad suffers heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. Ow, 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 my foot fell asleep. Ow. Ow. What just happened? Oh my goodness. Naka needs caffeine. I've got tea and soda. I got plenty of caffeine. Is there even caffeine in that tea? I don't think so. Is there? I don't know. I'm actually surprised nobody's hit me with a hydrate as of yet. Alright, Minfilia. Let me tell you about my fight with a dragon. Nakara, welcome back. Alphino sent word of the siege, and of course of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Nakara. Thank you. More words. More voice acting? Dang it. You must be wary, Nakara, and now may very well be your only chance to... Nope. Antecedent! I'm just gonna start calling her Auntie. She's like, hi! A messenger from Ul'dah arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. An invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege. You for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellsword, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. Sigh. We have scarce had time to mourn Moonbrita, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions. Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Sigh. Curious. I have never known Tataru to sigh at such a request. Could aught be amiss? Yeah, because she wants to, like, actually contribute to the cause, and she feels like she's not getting enough done. Poor Tataru, she wants to do so much more. And she eventually does. Tataru is not at her desk. Please leave a message at the tone. Oop, I meant to read that. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Oh, is this when she went out in the field and, like, made some bad decisions? Yep, I think this is when we go running outside and be like, Tataru! Where are you? Oh, Nakara, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone, it's nothing really. Well, it's not nothing, exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. You always know what to say, Nakara. I'm glad we had this little chat. But I didn't say anything. What? Don't you just love those one-sided conversations? What? Nope. Game! You precious little bean. My mind is made up. She's leaving us, Minfilia! Yes, Tataru, you have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Nakura made me realize that there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I'm not quite sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you certainly have earned the rest. But I suspect that lying in bed is far from your intent. You know me too well, Auntie. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hori Boulder and Coltene have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I too shall acquire the power to defend myself, and others more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. That look. That look. It kills me every time. Whoa! Hey there, little fella. Hi, Hori. That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never Why do I find that so funny? I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help, Auntie? Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh yes, pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol, and I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, of a capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party. Very well, I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, Auntie. I take my leave of you. I'm surprised they haven't put Louisoix's staff back into the like frame up on the wall. Like, we still have it, so why is it not up there? Ooh, we have 2 quests. The power to defend oneself. Tataru has been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Oriange mentioning that she developed an interest in Arcanema. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lominsa? That would be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I'm not alone in my concern for her safety. And it's going to force us to finish this quest before we can do the next one. Limsa! Ow. That looks not my knuckle that I just busted on the underside of my desk. Tataru. Ooh, wow, that's very red. Okay. Oh, that's right. There's a downstairs arena. I was like, I'm here at the quest bubble, but I don't see a Tataru. There she be. Shit, how do I get in there? Nakura, what are you doing here? Came to check up on you. I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted, actually. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tataru Taru, shall become a great and powerful Arcanist. And now, at Mistress Thaumaturge's behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise until we meet again. Tataru? Have you even summoned a carbuncle yet? I have a car that's made of tin. Nobody knows what shape it's in. It's got 4 wheels and a crumpled seat. It's coming down the street. If it isn't Nakura, what brings you to the guild? Because I'm also a master arcanist. So you are acquainted with our newest member? An Arcanist of your experience must see that her potential is somewhat, lacking. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. Doubtless you recall receiving similar training under Calithia supervision? That was like forever ago. A thought occurs to me, why not oversee Tataru's training yourself? Given your relationship with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you the ideal choice. You need only head to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate, as before, and observe at a distance. Shiny. Zephyr Gate. Oop, right there. As I hide in the bushes. No task is too menial for the warrior of light and darkness, and the savior of the entire Aetheris. O'er azure sea to Pirate's Port, where she meet her shining jewel. For to bring the smugglers planted on, came the lass who none could fool. Beat him with a backdraft, gut him with a gust, deck him with a downburst, go, Carbuncle, go! I have no idea. Are those the crates I spy? And this must be the true test, and we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? Carbuncle said, yeet! Carbuncle? Carbuncle? Excuse you? How rude. And Tataru's in trouble. Ah! Come back! Carbuncle! Poor Tataru. I should have known you'd come, Nakara. You needn't say the word, your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own Carbuncle, and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thaumaturge of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanema, like so much else, is beyond me. Pick her up and hug her. The thought of Tataru crying is not okay. Square, you need to hear me out when I say this. A crying Tataru is not okay. It is not allowed. Because when she cries, I cry. My nose is all running now, Jesus. Back so soon, how fared our fledgling Arcanist? Abysmally, Mistress Thaumaturge. Abysmally, as Nakara will testify. I was wrong to become an Arcanist, wrong as usual, and I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanema. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon the carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? You are too kind, Mistress Thaumaturge. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. Naka, pick her up and hug her. Just bury her into your furry bosom. As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is if you don't mind accompanying me for a little bit longer. Wonderful. Then to Costa del Sol we will go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. I don't know, Tataru, you kinda keep wearing that outfit. You should keep it. Alright. Where did this little tycoon run off to? Oh my god! She looks weird in a bathing suit. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Wench told me to look. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore, one which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, those clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. Ma'am. Where did you go? Where did it go, George? Where did it go? What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take a moment. Fine. Wow, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay, there we go. Dang! I didn't even two-shot that thing. They getting tough. Well fought, Nakara, well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. Tataru, put some clothes on, honey. As for me, I have my prize, a bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magic in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way, right? Well, I mustn't keep Lithamine waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions in the Luminsen markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the auntie, and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Naka, and thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? Tataru. You're acting a little weird. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Map? Hello? That is not where I wanted to be. Whoa, that's a name. Holy crap. That almost looks like Rumpelstiltskin. Lucy, I am home. Welcome home, Naka. I gather you found Tataru and Limsa Liminsa? My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure. And while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I'm sorry to say that I have, as of yet, been unable to do so. Now, I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath the man of your talents, but I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? I might as well, because I'm never going to get to do it in the future anyways. Generous to a fault, I thank you, Nakara. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employee safety, and so we asked the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltene were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You truly are a pillar of strength, Naka. Hoary Boulder will share with you all the details on the task. He should be waiting for you outside. Do be safe. I'm gonna kill it with Jägermeister. Oi! I love this man. Nakara, it is true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltene? Our misfortune has become a blessing. An opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light himself. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route? True, but our mission is still the same. Separated by malms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to thank them. To more practical concerns, Nakara, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, Nakara, in spirit, we shall be together every step of the way. I love Hoary Boulder. Okay. At last, the Scion's man deigns to grace me with his presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Isambard. Come, we are late enough as it is. I thought I was supposed to escort you, and then you just disappear into thin air? Sir. This is not how this is supposed to work. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. Yes. Easy. I see we have both completed our respective tasks, a satisfactory outcome, though if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. You do realize you are only about 5 feet away from the edge of that big-ass hole in the ground, right? I would hate for a poor little accident to happen. Now then, Snake Bolt awakes, shall we? Push your ass over the edge and be done with it. But I'm a hero. I need a hero. Ooh, that scares me. Right about here. Yes, as before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts. Sir. There. Everything's dead. How? Oh, that's frustrating. That AoE should hit all of them. Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though perhaps that should come to no surprise. I am given to superstition, but there is a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. Stop disappearing into thin air, you bastard. Oh, is this where we were like at the entrance to Ambleport Keep? Yep. As before, my guardian, pray lead me to my task and ensure our safety. Nickelodeon. That it? Nope, nope. Now we Gucci. This data should prove invaluable to sniff. Ye gods, what is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoids while my back was turned? Quickly now, Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. Let me see this guy over here. There you go. You got shields left. And bam, I'll kill it for you. You chose to paddle in the Ichor a while longer, I take it? No matter, I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in Eorzea's ambient aether concentration since the calamity. However, the data is far from conclusive. We must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. You want us to do more? For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth's Fault. The ambient aether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Come along. I'm gonna stab you. My free company chat right now is getting a little sus. My goodness. Oh, let's go this way. If I am not gonna fit through here. There we go. Oh, right here. I know where I'm going. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements. Here we go. Yes, yes, quite high, yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th Astral Era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else. He's gonna get himself in trouble. Something else. Scion! Help! And we found Wilfred. Fear not, my friends, help has arrived. There you are, Naka. Horia and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour. Gutted like a hog. But not by one. No, these wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up... Oh, this is Hori saying this. Didn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield. I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operations in this area. What cause had Wilfred to come here? What should we do? We will see to the scholar's protection, Nakara. Aye, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. Auntie will want to know what happened here. And so do I. That's right. Be Detective Hori Boulder. And back to work on. Oh, wow, that is quite the name you have there, sir. You have no search info. Sus. Sussy boys. Then again, I know plenty of people that enjoy sussy boys, so... Anywho. Nakara, you have returned, and you seem troubled. Did the role of an escort chafe so? I found a body, Minfilia. Wilfred, dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12, how can that be? I will send word to Alphino at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilfred's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this and why? We're getting to the heart of the matter. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history, the grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north to fight in a common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. But we have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Ascians both. Against desperate odds we have fought and won. But the Primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Moonbrita. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Liamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. It's coming! Oh, the shit's gonna hit the fan! I'm not ready. I'm not ready to suffer this again. Off to the big soiree, Nakara. Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not. You don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind. Indeed there is. Somebody's been murdered. By the Navigator, Wilfred's dead? Gods damn it! They must know they've been rumbled. I mean, sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from, so I had to dig around, on the quiet like, and sure enough I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers, courtesy of the Doto Consortium, a daft name for a business if I ever heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again, and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find a common thread. All were owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling one of his businesses the bloody bribery consortium, I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are taken to Legi's coin. But now we know as some of them are, I wager me right eye that the ones what did for Wilfred. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract some attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't, gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Teleji hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissin' in the wind. No, he's cleverer than this. So we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that ye have me word. And Nakara, mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah, eh? We're heading to a storm. I can smell it. The kind that'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. Understatement of the century! Y'all, it's about to get crazy. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We are getting to that point where the shit is going to hit the fan, and I am not ready. Oh look, you just resurrected. Okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. We're gonna turn on the game music and everything. Like, we're going to stop this, go back into the game, turn on the music, and strap in tight, because this is about to be a bumpy ride. Oh, wait, what? I'm needed where? We will go on ahead, Nakara. Pray join us once matters at the Quicksand are resolved. Thancred trying to be on the lookout. I see you, sir. Give my regards to Momody, and let her know I will call upon her anon. I'm not ready. As I fling myself into this quest and rush to get to the end of it. Momody, I need a drink before I do this next series of cutscenes. Can you please give me something very strong? I appreciate you dropping by on such short notice, Naga. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with the Crystal Brave by the name of Elaine, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came round for a meal not too long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to a feast, I was to see you got it before you made the grand entrance. Meet me at the station west at the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, even. Under other circumstances, I thought those signs of a troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. Nope. She has bigger concerns. Y'all hear that, right? I love him. Anywho, off to the Coffer and Coffin. Yes. Oh god. He just sent me a message. Oh my gosh. We have to click on this like 3 times, don't we? Nakara, is that you? What brings you out this way? It's a crystal brave. Lieutenant Elaine? Why no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Aye, pray return to Ul'dah, Nakara. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I do not trust you.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
She looks so determined. Oh, he's still standing over there. Let's see what he's got to say. Gods, I envy you. All that food and wine, but I cannot think of a man more deserving. Enjoy the feast, Nakara. You've earned it. I think you're lying. Just gonna smack you and smite you down right where you stand. Along with your captain, who I want to stab. Alright then, let's go back to the Adventurers Guild. I reckoned you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Elaine. What's the matter? No appetite? So she wasn't there, but this was? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that I can't really say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping though. Anyway, no use worrying about Elaine. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was about. What this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to ask about. Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, sure enough, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chamber. So what are you waiting for? Go on then, get. This is gonna get so upsetting. Ow!
You needn't trouble yourself so. Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light. I am.
Nanimo, don't do it. Don't do it.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
For now.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
Alphino, I'm gonna smack you for saying
He will
that.
be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
It's a trap! It's a trap! Run, Naka, run. It's a trap. What do I want to wear for this upcoming quest? That's way too flashy. I want to have something more not flashy. Oh my god, all these suck. And I can't do it as a crafter. I'll just go with my regular outfit. Alright, if you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you're ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chamber.
Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Are y'all ready? Because this is a fucking roller coaster of emotional damage that is about to happen. And I'm saying this more for my benefit than anybody else's, because I'm bracing myself for impact to experience this all over again after a decade from the first time I saw this. You're about to hit the banquet too? Yeah. It's, whew, okay. I'm good. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. Because I already know what happens, but it's still gonna hurt like a mofo. Precious, precious beam. With your little chocobo and Moogle plushie on your
Enter.
bed. Oh, I'm not ready.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Oh my god. The suspense.
Pray, come in and take your ease.
I don't wanna, because I know what's about to happen.
'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. 'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Very well.
Is Artemis?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
All the puzzle pieces are falling into place.
You wished a word, Yu Yu Hase?
It's a trap!
You may go. Your Grace. You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
If only I could, Nanamo.
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Your Grace!
How convenient for you to walk in at this exact moment in time.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Run, Alpha, no.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away!
He knows.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor.
You will.
Come, Lucia.
Of course, Thancred's flirting.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
What forbidden arts?
You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Get him, Thancred. And this is still not the worst of it.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthus. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
And why didn't you mention it first if that was your plan?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
Want that little Lalafell to burn. Ilbert, I am going to hurt you so bad.
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and as suspected accessories to the crime, all members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison Her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded Her Grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield.
Dark gift? Excuse me?
Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will.
It's called diplomacy, you
And what of your
daft
cordial
Lalafell.
relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. Nanamo. No!
Hold it together, Raban. Hold it together.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
Like that smug grin
I
off
mean
his
you had her
shitty little
killed, you
face.
black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Slice that potato!
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them! You've been in league with the Scions all along!
Lolorito, shut up while you're ahead, or you're gonna be the next sliced diced potato.
You're next to scheming bastard!
Raban!
Seven hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Ah!
The ship hit the fan.
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Kill him. Kill him.
Take
Kill
the
him.
Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide.
Kill them all.
And arrest this traitor as well.
We need help.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have.
He's been in on it the whole time.
You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
Decapitate him.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
Thank you, Raban.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand.
Why are you not bleeding out, by the way?
Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Shish kebab him! So I was playing this on a measly laptop at the time when I experienced this
there you are.
over a decade ago.
Thancred, where have you been?
And I was like holding on to both sides of the screen, like shaking uncontrollably with just so much like sadness and anger and shock and confusion and just like literally angry crying.
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers.
Thancred, now's not the time.
When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Go for it, Ida.
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Pornonimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe has thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
They have full control of the facility.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Time to go. Right now. No need to talk about it. Let's go. Let's go. Save your questions till later. It's time to go right now. It is now time, Ida.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Oh my god, it's like we're doing Endwalker all over again.
Ida!
Ah.
Papalimo!
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Go, Minfilia.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Grab her by the boob window that she's wearing and yank it. I understand the significance of this scene now.
Now look what you've done.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Blow them all up.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
They have such a beautiful friendship. LB3 their asses, honey.
Let them have it, Ida!
I was hoping you'd say that.
I'll settle now. It gets so much worse.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Yes, Y'shtola, they're coming.
This way! Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Y'shtola, don't. I can't take it.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
Thancred, I hate you. Shut up.
My friends.
This is Thancred.
Leave us!
Let's go, Minfilia. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go now. God, the last
What
time
is
I
the
did
plan,
this-
milady?
was
Shall
in
I take the
Kote.
dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
Y'shtola, that's not funny.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
That's some Final Fantasy XI shit she's doing right there.
I was an adventurer too till I took an arrow to the name. I think I said that last time I saw this too.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
It's done.
She's casting like holy 15.
Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell, Infuria.
Hydaelyn, she speaks to me. No.
What do you mean she speaks to you?
I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
Excuse me?
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
Minfield, hello? You are not a hero! I really felt some odd kind of way leaving her behind like that. Oh, what is going on with my head movement? Hello? Police? Breathe, Naka. Breathe. Keep going. Don't stop. And how the hells did you get away?
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Papa Sean, I love you. Another Lalafell, that's a precious being. It's the Chocobo Carriage Man!
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
You're like Gandalf, sir. Yeah, it's time to go.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
Run, don't just stand there and look. Go, 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 go. Make them birdies fly. to the worst part.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Uldar, and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were! Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but it would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And now you're gonna play Pity Party Alphino for God knows how long.
And who might you be, young sir?
A precious bean.
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alphino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
No, Alpha, no, your heart was in the right place. Only thing that got in the way was just naivety. Oop. And there goes all the voice acting. Them soldiers will keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Uldar and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here, help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Alright, let's go. I just realized he doesn't have any reins or anything with the Chocobo. Is he like telepathically talking to them or something? The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke of you often, Nakara, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not how I envisioned it. Master Alphino, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Naka are free, we may still yet set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Taropin, but I... Alphino, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. Sid! We kind of forgot he existed for a while. Sid, what are you doing here?
Pulling you out of the fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly? Then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how did you intend to bear our friends to safety? With an airship? We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monitors and the Crystal Braves. Ishgard. Coerthus. Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign faces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Just please don't crash your ship into the Stone Vigil again, please. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monetarists and their conspiracies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you. Defame, whatever. Both here and in the other city-states, but know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monitors claim. Marshal Terrapin, I know not what to say. Now that father would labor to believe. But enough talk, you must go, Master Alphino. Your airship awaits. As the sun rises, oh my god, the timing of that. Perfection. Up, there's no rest for the righteous. Let's go. All the way to the frozen wastelands of Coerthus. Thank you, Sid. See, I'm not the only person that does a stoic nod. Sid does it too. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Haschafant. Mayhap, he will know what to do. Pull yourself together, Alphino.
Dun 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 dun.
High on high I stand. Anyways, Master Alphino told me your tale, Nakara. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. 'Twould be best if I explained in full. Before the dawn. We have like... We've actually already exceeded our time limit for today's stream, so I'm trying to rush.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the Gates of Judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished.
Well then, let me help.
But do not despair. you are not without allies.
Look at my tail wave.
You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such.
Instead of the rising stones, I hate you. I hate you!
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Uldar will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
I love this man.
Don't worry about Alpha Note, he'll be fine.
You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend.
This is not about him.
It is a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Is this... Oh, I think this is where I'm gonna lose it. I think this is where I'm gonna lose it. Yep. This is where y'all gonna see me cry again. This is where it's gonna happen. Oh god. I'm not ready.
Alphino, Nakara, it's really you. Why is this not voice acted? Don't. I'm so happy that you're, ooh. I tried contacting Unfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Philomene told me to run, and so I did. I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. But I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I have observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Thank God, Yugiri. And you finally get to see her face. Ah yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Of course, that's the first thing Tataru says. Whew. Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the Waking Sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, huh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes. So we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one did. My people are searching for the other Scions, even as we speak, but we have met with no success as of yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look, but you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, is it not impossible that the others could have done so as well? You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts and shall continue our efforts to locate others and see Scions restored to the rightful place of honor. Just the thought of Tataru crying.
'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought.
Just
I gave
shut
commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphinaud.
So, Master Alphinaud, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphinaud, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
No!
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
I can't do it. I can't see her cry. I can't take it. Y'all, we finished all of post Realm Reborn. Oh.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
I know you're in a gray area, Lodorito, but I still hate you. Raban, your arm is missing. Oh. La Habrea has returned. The Ardor was not his to invoke. His demise was his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then. The earth is fertile, and the seed well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. Still trying to regain my composure. Still bugs me. Still bugs me. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Ariane being sus. Being super sus.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond.
Shut up, Midgardson. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna backhand you and you're gonna go flying like 3 moms.
Delusion. Despair. Death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
Oh my god, y'all, I need to lay down. Find me a nice soft pillow to cry into. Heaven's Ward! We have finally frickin' made it. 2 days and 6 hours, like 6+ hours later, we finally made it to Heaven's Ward. Oh my god. Wait, what? That is not the right button. We're gonna try that again. We're gonna go ahead and hit commence. So that way we can also suspend. So that's where we're gonna pick up the next time that we play New Game Plus. We are finally into Heaven's Ward expansion. I'm gonna go in stream and cry now, cause I seriously cannot deal with, oh god, look at the emoji. I cannot deal with Tachiru crying. And she does it more in the future when she's talking about the Scions and being worried about... We're not gonna talk about it. Thank y'all for coming to the stream tonight. I'm gonna go put some salve on my emotional damage. And y'all have a good evening. I will see y'all this weekend.